What's up, guys? This is Kyle from Wax Museum, back with another relic source video for you, or at least one where I'm going to attempt to try and find this source. And truth be told, this is a card that I've seen several times before. And when I look at it, I think, you know what, that doesn't look right, but I kind of just let it go and I haven't really looked into the source of it. But someone sent it to me again today, which kind of prompted me to think, you know what, I should probably look at this a little bit closer. But this is a 2009-2010 National Treasures 1 of 1 of Dominique Wilkins. And you can see I've also got part of the back of the card pulled up there where you can see it says the enclosed game-worn swatch is guaranteed by Panini America. Now, when I look at this tag, truth be told, even though I've ignored looking for the source, I know what that tag is from. At least I know what that logo is. That's the Hardwood Classics logo. And that obviously concerns me a little bit because that is, the equivalent of like a throwback jersey. Even though teams have had Hardwood Classics nights, that's not really something that was happening during Dominique's era with the Hawks. So, like I said, a little bit concerning. And I don't even know when Hardwood Classics technically started. I know that it says here on the trademark website, the first use was 1999. I think Hardwood Classics just started out as televised games that were old games, and then eventually that was trademarked, I think, later on. Maybe this one down here in 2003 for other gear as well. Either way, though, it was somewhere in that range. So, if you look at some of the Hardwood Classics jerseys that are out there and what some of those tags might look like, you can see all three samples here. One's from Mitchell and Ness. One's from Adidas. I don't even know where the one in the middle's from. That might be another version of an Adidas. But you can see that all of those will have that Hardwood Classics logo on there. So especially it looks like the ones on either the left or the right. Now, when I was thinking about this card, I realized, okay, that's from 2009 National Treasures. And if you look at the checklist for some of these cards, there were like 5 different 1-of-1s that had tags in them. So 5 variations of the same card. You can see it's card number 159. So that prompted me to see, you know what? Let me see if I can find some of those other versions and see what some of these other tags look like and what they might have on them. So the first one that I was able to find outside of the original one was the one that's called Tag Signatures. So you can see they've added a sticker autograph on there. It's still a 1-of-1, but this time it has that autograph with it. So now this one, you can see this is a sizing tag. It's a 3XL. That's not a standard sizing tag for either Dominique's era or really the modern era. We don't see tags like that either. But if you think back to that slide that I just showed you, you can see the 2 on the right that have like the medium and the large. It's kind of another iteration of that. And I'll show you here. Obviously, this Kobe jersey is not the source material, but I wanted you to see the font style for the 3X on that Hardwood Classics. So you can see that this sizing tag is also from a Hardwood Classics jersey of some sort. So I thought, okay, let me see if I can find some of these other tags, because like I said, there's like 5 versions. So there's also the Logo Man Signatures version. And you can't really tell probably from that picture, but it also has a sticker autograph on it. Well, and this is, this is called a Logo Man set, but they were all laundry tags that had the Logo Man portion of the tag. I think I've got one for maybe Troy Murphy or another Pacers player. But anyway, so they're using that tag as part of the Logo Man. And then there was another variation that I eventually found called the Team Logos version. And you see, once again, it's got that Hawks logo. So, keep in mind that seems kind of strange to have Dominique with the Hawks in a Hardwood Classics jersey. And I was going through, that eliminates 4 of the 5 possibilities. And, I don't have the last one. I don't have a picture of that, which would be the regular Logo Man without the sticker 1-of-1. So they were all very similar. So I don't have a picture of that. I imagine it's just the other half of that Logo Man. I also, didn't see any of that Adidas tag used in National Treasures that year. I'm assuming it was used up in this card here, which was actually like 4 years later. But otherwise, there really wasn't any Adidas stuff that Dominique would have used to the best of my knowledge. I mean, certainly not any jerseys. And if you look on here, Adidas wasn't even a jersey manufacturer for the NBA until like 2006. So seems kind of strange that they would have a jersey tag. So once again, I'm thinking about that Hardwood Classics, and I'm thinking about that time frame. So I showed you this slide earlier, and also I found another Champion blog post that talks about the origins of Hardwood Classics. So long story short, once again, it looks like it was around 99, somewhere from 99 to 2000, somewhere in that time frame. And well, Dominique Wilkins was not playing in that time frame, or actually he retired in 1999 with the Magic, but he certainly wasn't wearing Hawks jerseys then. He hadn't been in Atlanta Hawks since he was traded during the 93-94 season. So this is what Dominique looked like in 1999. So that's a far cry from that Atlanta Hawks Hardwood Classics jersey. So, that got me thinking, all right, something here just does not line up right. So I showed you in a previous video, though, that these manufacturers consider some of these other events to be game worn. So like you have on the left there, the Scottie Pippen in one of the Shooting Stars competitions. Well, Leaf used those warm-up pants. You have Bill Laimbeer in the middle there. Well, Topps used one of those tags from something that he wore there at a shooting skills contest. And then same thing with George Gervin there on the right, because Upper Deck had Adidas tags for him. So we see this from a lot of different manufacturers. So, for Panini to do this, it's kind of just in line with what everyone else has done. So that's where my thinking goes. Okay, obviously they must have had some sort of an event or a Shooting Stars contest or something that Dominique was a part of, where he wore, one of his old Hawks jerseys where they had just the Hardwood Classics version. That's, what they made for him. And I thought maybe we could get some clues to the type of jersey or the type of material looking at the other patches from that year. So I pulled up all of the 2009 Prime that I could find for him, which wasn't much, and we really don't get a lot of clues here. And I even figured the 3 on the bottom, since they were from National Treasures, those might be our best choice there, but we really didn't get anything definitive. So I looked up and tried to find, all right, did he play in any charity games? Did he play in any All-Star Weekend events? Did he play in any celebrity games? And I didn't find a lot. I did find this, which, man, I don't even remember this, but this 2003, I guess this was the All-Star Weekend celebrity game, because as you can see there, it says 43-year-old Dominique Wilkins dunks on Ashton Kutcher. You also see him playing there against Magic Johnson. I know people have said, like, oh man, we missed the Legends games of the 80s. Well, we've had kind of some versions since then, and the idea of it is often better than the execution. But anyway, this isn't the jersey that we're trying to locate, because you can see the Nike swoosh both on the shorts and on the jersey for Dominique. So it wasn't that game. I tried to see if there was anything else in that time frame. I noticed he played a game in 2009, which you can see him getting, I don't know if he got blocked by Dan Marley there, but Dan Marley's there on the left is trying to defend him. And then you also see a picture of him and Clyde Drexler there. But you can notice, though, that even those jerseys, which are a throwback to a previous Phoenix jersey, those jerseys there, even though they are Adidas, they're screen printed. So it's not quite the same thing. And I found a picture afterward of the other team posing, and you can see that tag is out on Micah Rappaport's jersey, and it does not have any sort of team logo. It looks like it has the All-Star Weekend or the All-Star Game logo for 2009. So as far as any other events, I know people might bring some of these up. Like there was, I skipped one in 2013 because he was just wearing a blue shooting shirt. So that wouldn't work because it was after the card came out. Remember, this was from a 2009-2010 set. There's also this version here where Dominique is wearing more of a modern Adidas Hawks jersey, but that's in 2015. So it's certainly not that one either. So, it just makes you wonder if we could get the rest of that tag then maybe we would have a clue on what era the jersey was, was made in, and what era it was used for in some type of a competition, but we really don't know. I also have an example on the bottom of Pete Maravich. He played in a different era, and they used the team logo from that era. So that tells me that Dominique was wearing a throwback that was kind of dated for his era, just based off of that Hawks logo there. So now I guess I turn things to you, because I'd love to say that I had some great solution at the end of this video, but I don't. And I want you to know, now that we have more clues and I provided you with as much information as I know, where do you think this jersey is from? And I know some of you are going to say, well, it's off the rack at Dick's Sporting Goods. Let's think deeper than that. Let's be a little more critical than that. And because obviously we've seen that they do take stuff from different events. So with that in mind, where do you think this is from? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Remember, there are new episodes of the audio podcast that come out every Thursday. Go ahead and drop a like on this video as well, if you don't mind. And then, as always, I appreciate you watching.